Yes, good morning, students. See, good morning, one and all. So, today we are going to discuss the chapter statistics. You all know the meaning of statistics, right? So, because you have studied in 9th standard statistics. So, let us recall the concepts what we learnt in the 9th standard first. Statistics. Now, you have to tell me one by one what you learnt in the 9th standard in statistics chapter. Then we'll enter to the 10th standard statistics chapter. Is that clear? Okay. Yes. What is the meaning of statistics? Can anyone give me the definition of statistics first? We have to understand the chapter name, right? Then we have to discuss what are all the concepts we studied in the 9th standard. Okay. Who is ready to give the definition for statistics? Who is ready to give the definition for statistics? Yes? No one is ready? You don't know anything about statistics? Hello? Hello? Statistics. Yeah, Nutan. Yes, Nutan.
Statistics is the systematic collection of data.
Systematic collection of data. Yes, very good. Okay, this is about your definition. Rashmi, what is your answer? Rashmi, what is your
The
answer?
branch of mathematics.
Huh?
Branch of mathematics which deals with the collection, presentation, and analysis of data.
Analysis of the data. Yes, very good. So the statistics is one of the main branch of the mathematics. It's a systematic study of the data. In simple word, we can say that systematic study of the data. Yes, Newton answer is also right. Systematic collection of data. Not only collection of data. So we have to study that data. We have to understand that data. Okay, so systematic study of the data is called as statistics. Statistics is a main branch of mathematics. So now data word came, no? So the data word, what is the meaning of data? Very important. Statistics, complete branch of mathematics. Statistics, okay, stands on this word data. What is the meaning of this data? Data means what? Yes, who is yes, Rashmi? Data. What is the data? We discussed this concepts in 9th standard, right? Hello, Rashmi.
Collection of numerical values.
Collection of numerical value. Can you give me the example for the data? Example for data.
Natural numbers.
Collection set of natural numbers, or in class your friends height or number of family members in your classmates or blood group of your classmates. So these are all under the data collection only, no? Yes, school is the best example for the data collection. Everything is collected, okay, in the computer or in your attendance book or whatever. Okay, data. Systematic study of this data is called as statistics. So data is nothing but collecting some information in the numerical value. Okay, so that is called as data. So what are the types of data? Types of data. Types of data. Yes, you have to raise your hands if you know the answer. Types of data. Types of data. Yes, Nikhil. Nikhil. What is your answer, Nikhil? Yeah, Prajwal raised the hand. Nikhil.
Grouped data and ungrouped data.
Yeah, grouped data and ungrouped data. Some data are grouped, okay. Then ungrouped. Grouped data and ungrouped data, okay. So then while collecting the data, we can observe two types of data. So which are those datas? Rashmi, okay, 1 second, Rashmi. Let us give the Prajwal. Prajwal.
Primary data, secondary data.
Yes, very good. I will answer primary data and secondary data. So while collecting, we can observe the two types of data that we discussed in the 9th standard, right? Primary data collection and secondary data collection. Who is ready to give the definition for primary data? I will give the chance to Prajwal only. Prajwal, can you define primary data? Primary data.
ಮಚ್ಚಿ ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಮಚ್ಚಿ.
Okay, it's okay. Nikhil, primary data.
Data obtained directly.
Data obtained directly. Okay, face to face. Okay, if we ask the data directly. Okay, so okay, then it is a primary data collection. What is the secondary data collection? Yes, Shriharsha. Shriharsha raised hand first. Shriharsha.
If the data is collected from the other sources, then it is called as secondary data.
Very good. If the data is collected from the other sources, already stored data. If we took that data, then it is called as secondary data. Is that clear? So if I need the SSLC result of 2014 batch in our school, so then how to collect that data? Already that result is stored in the school. Okay, so from that data we will collect the data, no? So that is called as secondary data collection. For the primary data collection, best example is just to collect the blood group of your friends. If you are friends, then you will go to you will meet the friends directly and you will ask the blood group and you will note down. Okay, this is the primary data collection. So got the difference of primary data collection and secondary data collection? Yes, this is about the primary data and secondary data. So do you know about the raw data? What is the raw material, raw data? Can anyone define raw data? Yes, Akshay is raised hand. What is that, Akshay?
roughly collected data.
Roughly collected. Collect ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಹೇಗಿರುತ್ತೋ ಹಾಗೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಏನು modification ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ we call that as raw data. Yes, Shriharsha, what is your answer? Shriharsha, what is your answer?
The data which is not arranged properly and kept as it is.
Yeah, the data is not arranged properly. Okay, ಹೇಗೆ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೋ ಹಾಗೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ನಾವು ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಯಾವ ಮಾಡಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಮಾಡದೇ ಇದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನ ರಾ ಡಾಟಾ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ರಾ ಡಾಟಾ. So this is about the basics of the statistics part. Next, what we discussed in the last year in statistics chapter. Yes, what is the next topic? Rashmi.
Mean, mode, and median.
Yeah, measure of central tendency. Mean, median and mode. Right now, mean, median and mode. So there are three measures of central tendency. So which are the three measures of central tendency? First one is mean. Second one is median. Okay. And third one is mode. So these are the three measures of central tendency. So before going to discuss this mean, median and mode, okay, so we have to discuss something, range of the data. So what is that range of the data? Who is going to give the definition for this range? Yes, Soumya Hegde. Soumya.
Difference between the highest term and the lowest term.
Yes, difference between the highest value and the lowest value in the data is called as the range of the data. So this is also one of the very important topic, range of the data, difference between the highest value minus lowest value. Okay, highest value and the lowest value difference is called as the range of the data. After the range of the data, one more term is there. What is that? In 9th standard, we discussed that one actually. Range of the data is over then. Hello. Next, what do you know about statistics? Only this much? Class mark. Very good, Kavya. Yes, I need that answer only. Class mark. Class mark also we discussed, no? What is that class mark? What is the meaning of class mark? Class mark. I need the definition of class mark. Hello. Yes, class mark. Again, Rashmi raised the hand. Only Rashmi. Class mark. Hello. Yes, Rashmi, tell me. Class mark.
The middle value of the class interval.
The middle value of the class interval. Class interval in the sense this is related to group data, right? So we can observe two types of data. One is group data, another one is ungrouped data. Ungrouped data in the sense there is no grouping actually. Grouped data in the sense 10 to 21 class interval, 20 to 31 class interval, 30 to 41 class interval. Grouping, okay, when the data is in the maximum number, so then we need the group data actually. We cannot solve the problem by ungrouped data. We can solve the problem by ungrouped data, but it takes many times. That's why, so we have to go with the ungrouped data. So sorry, grouped data. In the grouped data, we can observe this one. So this is 10 to 21 group, 20 to 30 another group, 30 to 40 another group, like this. We can observe the class interval. So we can observe the class interval. When the class interval terms comes here, first term is that 10 to 20. Let us take 10 to 20, first class interval. So what we call for this 10 actually? What we call for this 10? What we call for this 10? Lower limit. What we call for this 10? Lower limit of the data. This is called as lower limit of the data. And for 20, we have to give the name upper limit of the data. Okay, so the 20 is called as upper limit of the data. Is that clear? Yes, lower limit and upper limit. So now we are discussing actually class mark. Class mark is nothing but midpoint of the class interval. Class mark is nothing but 10 to 20 in the sense what is the middle value. So what is the midpoint of 10 to 20? So how can we find out that one? So we have one formula to find out the midpoint of class interval. So what is that formula? I got the answer there. Upper limit plus lower limit. Upper limit plus lower limit divided by 2. Upper limit plus lower limit divided by 2. This formula we are going to use to find the class mark. See, so you have to remember this class mark because now for the next 10th standard statistics concept, so first we have to use the class mark concept only, okay, to find the mean. Class mark is nothing but the middle value of the class interval. To get that class mark, so we have to use the formula upper limit plus lower limit divided by 2. See here, lower limit is this one, upper limit is this one. Is that clear? This is about the class mark. Then anything else to discuss? Another concept? Class mark is over, range over, primary data collection is over, secondary data collection is over, grouped data, ungrouped data, class size. Very good, Vaishnavi. Class size. What is that class size? What is that class size? Class interval. Class interval, now we got the idea actually. Okay, class size. Yes, how to find the class size? This is also very, very important for 10th standard. So, if we know the class size, then we can substitute the class size value there. Okay, how can we find the class size of the class interval? How can we find the class size of the class interval? Tell me first. What is the class size? Yes, who is ready to give the answer? You don't know about the class size actually. Class size. Yeah, someone has raised the hands. Yes, Shriyarsha. Shriyarsha. Yes. Upper
Yes,
limit.
Mataji.
Pannaga gave the answer. Yes, Shriyarsha, what is your answer actually? How to calculate class size?
Upper limit minus lower limit.
Upper limit minus lower limit. Upper limit minus lower limit, then you will get the class size. Okay. Yes, next. Rashmi, your answer?
Upper limit minus lower
Yes.
limit of the previous interval.
Okay. Upper limit minus?
Lower limit minus upper limit of the last class interval.
Last class interval. Okay. So here we have to discuss many concept. Okay. So while discussing the 10th standard topic, we will discuss that class size. Okay. So how to find out the class size? Now you all know that class size in the sense upper limit minus lower limit. You just keep that in mind. If something changes arises, no. So then that time we will discuss that one. Okay, so now this is about the 9th standard topic. In 9th standard, we discussed actually these things, basics. First, we learned basics, then measure of central tendency, mean, median, and mode. So, mean, what is the meaning of mean? Let us discuss that mean concept. So, mean, who is going to give the definition for mean first? Fatafat, we'll discuss these three definitions and we'll enter to the 10th standard topic. Yeah, again, Rashmi only. Mean, tell me Rashmi. Yeah, one second. Any new hands? Okay, now Shriyarsha, Rashmi, same hand. 1 second, let us ask the question for other students. Neha. Hello, Neha. Yes, mean. What is that mean? Don't know? Nivedita? Nivedita is not ready to speak. Okay.
Yes, Mataji.
Nivedita, yes, mean. Yeah, Karthik Hegde gave one answer, average. Another, okay, basically we are using that as average. Mean is nothing but average. Average, okay. Nivedita, can you define mean? Hello, Nivedita. Yeah, Soumya Hegde. Soumya.
Total numbers given divided by 2.
No, total numbers given divided by 2. This is wrong. How to find out the mean of the data? Yes, Pannaga.
Sum of all the numbers divided by number of numbers.
Number of numbers. Actually, sum of all the numbers. So instead of using that numbers, we call that as observations. First observation, second observation. If I got the 10 students mathematics marks, we call that 10 students marks as observations. First observation, second observation, third observation. So how to define mean? Mean is nothing but sum of all the observations divided by number of observations. Clear? Sum of all the observation. We have to add all the 10 students mathematics marks divided by number of students is 10. So divided by 10. That's why mean is defined as. So mean formula is which is equal to sum of all the observations divided by number of observations. Okay, number of observation. So this is for the ungrouped data. So we are using this formula for the ungrouped data. Only 10 students marks or 20 students marks are there. So we will use the formula sum of all the observation divided by number of observation. Now the strength is 100. 100 students marks we collected actually. How to find out the mean for that? How to find out the mean? Prajwal. If we have 100 students.
How much?
Yes. Prajwal.
How much?
Yes. If we have 100 students mathematics marks, we need to find the average or mean. How to find out the mean of the data? Yes, Akshay.
Actually, total marks of the 100 students were divided by 100.
Divided by 100. Okay, sum of the marks divided by 100. So we have to add all the 100 students marks. Okay, then divided by 100. Do you have any other shortcut for this? So we have to add 100 values. It is difficult, no? So adding 100 value, it takes time. So then that type of when this type of situation arise, so we will go with the another method. Which method? Rashmi.
Summation Fi xi divided by summation Fi.
Yes, very good. So, for the huge number of data, for finding the mean, we are using x bar. X bar is represented as mean only. So, summation of Fi xi divided by summation of Fi. Here, what is this Fi? Fi stands for frequency. X is observation, 100 students observation. Xi in the sense first observation, second observation, third observation, total 100 observation are there, no? So X stands for the observation here. F in the sense frequency. You all know how to prepare the frequency distribution table, right? So how to prepare the frequency distribution table? So how to prepare frequency distribution table, students? For 100 datas, so we have to go with the frequency distribution table, right? So how to prepare the frequency distribution table? So in 100 data, some values are repeated, no? So what we have to do? We have to write that repeated value only in one time, okay, in the xi column, observation column. Then we have to put tally. You all know how to put tally. So sometimes 10 is repeating 4 times. Then 10, you have to put tally 1, 2, 3, 4, like that, tally. Then you have to write that 4 number in the frequency. Frequency in the sense, so number of observations, how many times it repeats. Okay, that is called as frequency. So then we'll use the formula. So mean is equal to sigma Fi xi divided by sigma Fi. So here why we have to multiply this observation and frequency? Because frequency, it gives the number of times it's repeating. Okay, so 2, for example, 10 is repeating 4 times. 10 is repeating 4 times. So then in the sense, when we add this one, 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10 is 40, no? So instead of adding this type 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10, we'll go with the shortcut method. 10 is repeating 4 times in the sense frequency is 4, observation is 10, 4 into 10 is 40. So we'll go with this method. That's why frequency Fi into xi divided by Fi. So but here you have to observe this sign. What it indicates actually, so sigma. So you can observe this sign in the computer and all, no, auto sum. Okay, sum of, summation of Fi xi. So in the frequency distribution column, we can observe this Fi xi column. So we have to add this Fi xi column. It gives summation of Fi xi. Then divided by summation of Fi. In the sense, we have to add the frequency column because number of observations. Sum of all the observations divided by total number of observations. Total number of observations, it is decided by frequency column. Okay, total frequency in the sense, that is the number of observations, total number of observations. This is about the mean concept. To recall this mean concept, we have one problem we will discuss later. So now, after the mean concept, median. What is that median? Median. 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 You don't know about median? Yeah, middle value of the observation. Median is middle value of the observation. Yes, we have noticed something in median concept, Shri Harsha, in 9th standard. What is that, Shri Harsha? Median. Only middle value of the observation is called median. We learned something in median. Yes, what is that? Shri Harsha? Anjali?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Shri Harsha. Shri Harsha is speaking. Shri Harsha? Shri Harsha?
odd number. The formula are you asking or
Yeah, I'm asking about the formula only. So we can observe the two conditions in the median now.
yes, Mataji.
Yeah, which are the two conditions?
Odd number and even number.
Odd number and even number. What is that odd number and even number? Odd number of observations and even number of observations. For example, if 23 data are given, 23 data in the sense 23 observations are given in the data. 23 observations. 23 is a odd number. Then odd number of observation. If the data is 24 members data collections is there, in the sense 24 is even number. So then for the odd number of data and for even number of data, we have bifurcate separate. Okay, how to find out for the odd number of data and even number of data. Yes, for the odd number of data, which formula we have to use? Yes, Shriyarsha's turn is over. Soumya Hegde. Let us give chance for Soumya Hegde. For odd number of data,
n by 2 into n plus 1 by second term.
what?
N by 2 into n plus 1 by 2 term.
No, wrong it is. Who is going to tell? N by 2 into. For odd number of data, yes, Nikhila Regde. Nikhila Regde. Nikhil. Nikhil.
Mataji.
Nikhil, tell me which formula we have to use
Huh.
for odd number of data.
N plus 1 by 2 tooth observation.
N plus 1 divided by tooth observation. N plus 1 divided by tooth observation. So N is number of terms. Okay, N plus 1 divided by tooth observation. Really? Yes, for the even number of data. For even number of data. For even number of data. Yes, Shaman raised the hand. Shaman.
Mataji.
Yes, Shaman, tell me. Yes, Shaman.
N by 2 plus 1 observation.
N by 2 plus 1th observation. Here we have n plus 1 by 2th observation. See, all are giving the different answer. Yes, Pannaga. Let us speak with Pannaga. Pannaga.
N by 2 plus n plus 1 by 2 observation divided by 2.
N by 2 plus by 2 plus 1 observation divided by
2.
2. Right now? See, actually average of these two. See here, n by 2 plus 1 observation divided by Pannaga, turn your mic off. Okay. See now, Shriharsha.
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, you just observe the odd number formula and even number formula, whether it is right or wrong.
Yes, Mataji, right.
Right now? Yes, for odd number of observation, if we have odd number of observations, then we have to use the formula n plus 1 divided by 2 observation. Actually, n plus 1 divided by 2 is not the final answer. N plus 1 divided by 2 observation. For example, if total 7 number of observations are there, then 7 plus 1 is 8. 8 divided by 2 in the sense fourth observation, fourth place which number is present, no? That is act as a median of the data. So here we have to notice this one, n plus 1 divided by 2 observation we have to take. Then even number, when the data are in the even number, then we have to take n by 2 plus n by 2 plus 1th observation divided by 2. Average of these two, n by 2 and n by 2 plus 1th observation, that is divided by 2. So it indicates that it is the average of that two value. So when the even number of data are there, we have to use this formula. This is about the median topic, students. Then mode is very simple. In the mode concept, no other conditions, 2 conditions or 3 conditions, only one condition. What is that mode? Can you define mode? Yeah, most repeating term. Most repeating term. If we have 50 observations in the data, if we have 50 observations in the data, which value is present maximum time? Okay, then which value is having the highest frequency? Number of times it is repeating. For example, in the 50 students marks list, we have 15 in the 15 times or 20 times, this is the maximum number of times, 15 repeated. Okay, 15 times, that is the highest frequency, it is having highest frequency. Then that 15 is called as the mode of the given data, most repeating value. Mode is nothing but repeating value of the data. So this is about the mean, median, mode of the 9th standard topic. So now we have to discuss the 10th standard topic. So we have to discuss the mean concept. Today we are going to discuss the mean concept. Already I got the warning. Okay, 5 minutes. So what we have to do is next 15 minutes I want to continue. Okay, so next 15 minutes I want to continue the class. So you have to join with the same link. So we have to start the 10th standard statistics chapter. Is that clear, students? Yes. Now I'm going to end the meeting. Join with the same link.